The COVID-19 outbreak has businesses across the country shutting their doors, especially in cities enacting quarantines. Many location-based businesses are feeling the strain as consumers are limiting their spending. This strain is even being seen across e-commerce and other online businesses. To address this stress on businesses, we are talking to a member of our team, Sam, to get some answers to the big questions many business owners are asking.
And I'm here with Sam. Sam, can you explain your role here at 1Digital?
Yeah, sure. I'm a business development manager, and my job is to listen to clients and understand kind of what they need from their perspective. And then we kind of take a look at their business. And from our perspective, we make recommendations for the short term and the long-term growth of their business, kind of mix the two together and do our best to help them out in that regard.
With the current situation that is happening now, what do you think is the biggest concern for most businesses?
And it's different. I think one of the biggest fears are people who do not have an e-commerce presence. People who solely rely on brick and mortar that, how are they going to get their product out is probably what they're thinking at the moment. So if you're in that boat, it's never been easier to take your business online. So that'd be step one. For people that do have an e-commerce business, I think probably the biggest concern is going to be sales. Sales drives all. And right now, what we're seeing, and I'm sure a lot of people are seeing, is that the searches, the interest seems to still be out there. People are just a little more reticent right now to actually pull the trigger. And that's something that can worry a lot of e-commerce businesses, but there are opportunities out there that we're finding. And it's all about kind of taking a step back and seeing what's out there and seeing what you can be doing better to kind of take advantage, for lack of a better term, of the situation.
And are you noticing any trends right now that businesses might be facing?
Yeah, there definitely are trends and people who are surviving, if not flourishing right now. People in the survival industry, anyone selling a necessity, those things are going to be huge right now.
What do you think is the biggest concern currently facing many e-commerce businesses?
I'd say that's uncertainty. Because there's no specific COVID end date, right? Everyone knows what they should do in that regard. But because people need to make kind of what's decisions that are best for them right now in the short term, but also not knowing what the long term looks like, I think that's giving people a very uneasy feeling, and that can be extremely worrisome internally, and we understand that.
For people with that uncertainty, what would you recommend during this period?
I would say stay the course, and that means not making enormous decisions based on the way you're feeling maybe right now. Things like your marketing initiatives, you need to keep those going, if not be ramping them up, because so many people are kind of backing off that, the landscape is kind of soft at the moment. And getting back to my point from before, e-commerce is your only avenue to be selling your product. And whether you're setting yourself up for next week or 3 months from now, making sure that you're not cutting out big work that you've done in the past is going to kind of set you up for the future and make sure you're sustaining once this does pass.
But if I'm a business owner who needs to cut costs, where should I be focusing?
Yeah, that's going to be different for every business owner to decide, because everyone's overhead is different and things like that. The first thought is always going to come down to marketing, because it's less tangible for someone internally. It's not a person, it's not something you can grab. It's just something happening behind the scenes. But again, right now, marketing is going to be the most vital option right now to kind of maintain your standing with Google and also branding yourself. Again, everyone wants sales right now, and obviously that's the goal, but you do kind of have to shift your focus of, hey, maybe this is for right now, or hey, this is setting me up 4 months from now, 2 months from now. Someone seeing my name, understanding my name, and then making that purchase down the line. That's what you're working for right now. It's maintaining your current level and also planning for the future.
So, what would happen if I were to temporarily pause my marketing efforts until business picks up?
I mean, the short answer is, Google's very much a "what have you done for me lately" type of service, type of algorithm. So the bad news is that it takes longer to kind of build up your progress than it is for them to eliminate it. And that's really not what you want right now. You want to kind of at least maintain what you have set up, if not build up for that, like I was saying, 3 months from now, 4 months from now. And that's what we can really help with. And we have a lot of clients who call us on a daily basis facing these exact same problems. And we just hashed out, and we also look at the data. A lot of people are just making decisions based on kind of the reactive nature, which is totally understandable. But in an e-commerce landscape, data drives everything. So sometimes it's good to take a step back, look at the data, tell you what it's actually saying, and then make decisions based off that.
Is there anything my business can do right now that can increase traffic and sales for that data?
Absolutely. So there's kind of the two pillars of marketing are going to be PPC marketing and SEO marketing. PPC, if you need sales, you need traffic tomorrow, that's what you want to focus on, because that's going to be that bidding process that puts you in front of the right customer right away. And that's something that we can help you out with here if that's something you need. And then also SEO, again, that's going to build up a little bit slower, a little bit more organically, but that's going to be vital for you right now and not in the future. So both of those are things that you should be focusing on. But at the same time, I would say focus on your customer base. People who know you are your biggest asset right now. So through social media and avenues like that, people, myself included, I'm more apt to spend money on people that I know are a small business because I know who they are. And, I've been a customer of theirs in the past. So kind of doing kind of the proactive marketing, but also leaning on your customers and saying, hey, we're still here. We'd love you to make a purchase. We'd love you to help us out. I think people are really open to that right now, and it's getting better by the week.
So for people who do want to go into e-commerce marketing, what forms of e-commerce marketing should they be focused on?
So there's two, there's SEO, search engine optimization, and that is, if you're not familiar, from a high level, teaching Google, teaching search engines who you are, what you provide, so that they can rank you for the appropriate keywords in your industry. Now, that is something that is enormous for now, but also sustaining you as a business down the line. That is truly the best form of marketing because it allows you to have passive traffic once you've done that work. PPC marketing, again, that's going to be more of the faucet, which is what I call it personally, because you can turn it on and turn it off. And then it's all about analyzing data, because when you're running a pay-per-click ad, every single week you're getting more information based on who's coming to it, who's clicking, who's making a purchase, who's not, and you can tweak it and optimize it from there. And while there are a lot of other areas, email, social media that we provide, those are going to be the two big ones to be focusing on, because they are kind of the lifeblood of an e-commerce business.
And what else can 1Digital do to help a business during this period?
Outside of everything I just discussed, the actual work, as cheesy as it sounds, just being a soundboard. Basically, every single one of my clients has reached out to me since this has been going on. And it's been, a 20, 30-minute conversation where the sky's falling to, hey, let's take a step back and look at it kind of from a macro perspective and realize that, hey, this is just a blip on this could just be a blip on the radar, and let's focus on what we can do to maintain and push through. And much like anything in life, if you just get on the phone and give us a call, we're happy to talk it out. We're offering a lot of free services right now, a lot of free consultations, free audits, just because we want people to have that conversation where they can see, hey, let's just take a breath and kind of see how we move forward from here. Outside of just the services, I think that is imperative right now, just to not bottle it all up, if you will.
Great. Thank you for joining us on this call, Sam. Your answers really helped answer some of the many questions business owners are facing during this time.
If you're a business owner and would like to learn more about what you can do to keep your online businesses running smoothly, or if you're wondering how you can transition your location-based business online, feel free to leave a comment below or give us a call. And remember to subscribe to our videos for more e-commerce information.